Dieting sucks. I get it. You want to lose a little body fat. But at what cost? Let me share with you my top 5 tips for losing weight without losing your mind. Tip number 1, eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. Sounds too simple, right? But you don't need any other food rules telling you what time to eat, what time to stop eating, how many calories to eat, how many carbs to eat. It's enough to make you go crazy. I'm actually curious. Let me know, what is the most ridiculous food rule that you thought that you had to follow in order to lose some weight? Following this one super simple tip and trusting that your body is the expert in what it needs will result in a lot less mindless snacking and eating past your satiety. This does not mean that you should never enjoy food when you're not hungry, because that's not the point of desserts or celebrations or any of the other many joys that food brings. But if you can get more in tune with what your body is telling you, you'll naturally reduce any excess calories you're consuming if you are consuming in excess. Tip number 2, add, don't subtract. You may try out tip number 1 and eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, but still find that you're hungry a lot of the time and your meals aren't keeping you full for very long. If that's the case, then let's talk about what you can add to your meals. Fiber and protein, in addition to healthy fats, keep you full way longer than just carbs that aren't paired with any of those things. Let's say you feel like making a pasta dish. Instead of focusing on how you think you should only serve yourself a small bowl of pasta, think instead about adding a fiber source and a protein source. So mix in a vegetable that you like and top it off with a protein source, or you can buy a pasta that has a high protein content, such as chickpea pasta or lentil pasta, just to get a much easier natural boost in protein. Tip number 3 is to move in a way that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy the gym, don't go to the gym. Go for a walk, squat your cat, build something, teach yourself to jump rope. The point is, just be more aware of how often you're sedentary for long periods of time and try to add in some more movement, even if it's not a formal workout. The good news is that exercise is really good for your mind too, so you can get a jump start on tip number 4, which is to reduce stress. Stress affects our hormones, which can impact how we store fat, it can impact our sleep, and it can impact our decision making. Have you ever had a stressful day and found yourself craving fast food and all you want to do is be a couch potato? Have you ever had a week like that? Have you ever had a whole month like that? I've been there too. So please find a way to reduce stress in your daily routine. Maybe exercise takes care of that. Maybe you meditate for a couple minutes a day, or maybe you just get some fresh air. Whatever works for you. Tip number 5 is to get better sleep. Like stress, poor sleep catches up to you in ways that you may not realize until it hits you all at once. You may find yourself more irritable, with little energy to move, and less motivation to cook meals that make you feel good. So place more value on good sleep. It took me a while to figure this out, and I actually thought that I was doing okay. I would get in bed at like 10 or 10:30, but then I would watch videos on my phone and it would take me about an hour at least until I was actually asleep. The key things that have made a difference for me are getting in bed early consistently and then reading instead of going on my phone. Of course, you don't have to do these things. Maybe your vice is working a little too late, watching TV, playing video games, or just not unwinding before bed. So just figure out what you need to do to prioritize sleep. Let me know which tip was most helpful to you, or if you have others that I didn't mention, leave them in the comments so that we can all help each other out and get rid of this diet mentality. Mwah.